Let me show you how I bulk edit Shopify data from a spreadsheet using Ecommix two-way sync. Here I have a spreadsheet with many fields that I selected to work with. At the product level, I can edit fields such as vendor, status, tags, type, category, collections. And at the variant level, I can edit fields like SKU, price, cost per item, and then we have these two metafields that we can also update. This UPC is tied to a variant metafield, and size is tied to a product metafield. We can also update other attributes such as the quantities for the locations. In this case, we have two locations, location 1 and 2, and then catalogs for markets. So this will be the price for the catalog 1 region catalog. We can select as many catalogs as we have in our store. And also if we want to publish this product to the online store sales channels. If you have other sales channel, you can select them and they will appear here for you to be able to update those values as well. Okay, as I modify any of these cells, the row background, as you can see here, let's go from 120 to 12. The row background turns light blue, making it easy to quickly spot which rows have been edited. So let's do some quick updates to our products. One of the great things about working with Google Sheets is that you can take advantage of its formulas. Let's say you have a supplier spreadsheet like this one with prices and quantities. You can use a combination of a VLOOKUP and import range formulas to reference these values here for your SKUs. So let me just copy the formula here. Let's go to the price and paste it right here. So as you can see here, we are referencing the cell S3, which is the SKU, and then we are using the spreadsheet URL from the supplier, and then the range where the actual data is located. So after I hit enter, we will get the price that is right here for that particular SKU. So we are going to drag down the formula here. And then we can do the same for the inventory quantities. So let's copy the formula in the first cell of that column and click enter and drag the formula down. You can also create custom calculation next to the exported columns and use them however you need. Like, for instance, increasing prices for some items in catalog 1 by 20% right here, and others by 50%. And then what we can do is to reference the price here and multiply by this new column. Then drag it down. And there we go. We have increased the prices for that catalog only and name this column for future reference. Once I'm done editing, I go back to the app and run validate. Validation shows exactly what will happen before anything is written to Shopify. You can see that validation finished. And in this case, as you can see here, it shows that both product fields and variant fields will be updated. So you can always check these columns to see what will happen before running the import. So if everything looks correct, I go back to the app and click import. Depending on the number of rows and the columns involved, this can take a few seconds or a few minutes. Okay, so it has finished. we can go to the spreadsheet and we can see that the status changed to updated. And also we can go to Shopify. I will refresh this uh, to see if the items were actually updated. So yes, we can hear the discounts to tag. We can see that the base price has changed as well. So everything is now up to date in our store. But what if I wanted to create something instead of just updating existing products? To add a new variant to an existing product, we must keep a product reference by copying the handle and the ID. Then we can fill the rest of the variant details. So let's do that with the first product here, which is baseball ball. We can insert one row above, copy the handle, copy the ID of the product, and then we can say color, and let's choose the option one value to be yellow. And again, we can complete the rest of the other variant details here. If we wanted to create a brand new product, we can work on the last rows and simply add its title. So let's say watch extreme plus any other details such as its vendor. So let's use the same one here. And then we can add its different options for the variants. So the options are right here. We can put color and one below to the second variant. And then again, on the option one value, we can say red and blue. Okay, so this is the configuration that we need. There is no need for the handle of the or the product ID since they don't exist yet. This is a brand new product. And as always, before importing, we can validate. So let's go back to Ecommix, click on validate, and then we can check the status column to confirm if everything looks correct. So as you can see here, it will say product with variant will be created and variant will be created for the product, and the one at the top, it will say variant will be created for existing product, because in this case we were adding a new variant to the baseball ball product. Okay, everything looks correct, so we can click on import and let's wait a couple of seconds. Okay, it's now updated. Let's go check the status and we will see that it was created, the variant was created, and the product with the two variants was also created. We can go to Shopify again, refresh this page, and we should be able to see, yeah, here is the yellow one, the new variant that we added here. And the product, we have to go back to here and we will see that watch extreme was created and it has two variants here. Let's look really quick at how to delete existing items. To delete a variant, we keep the existing product ID and variant ID, but clear the variant option volume field. So we can delete this one, and to do so, we go to option one value and remove that. So this will signal that the variant should be removed. And for the product is very similar, but instead of just removing the option one value, we must delete the title. There we go. So this will make the delete intent explicit. So we can go to the app and we will see that the delete operation has finished and the variant was deleted and the product was also deleted. Last but not least, you can always configure the spreadsheet with new fields you want to edit in bulk. So for example, let's go back to Ecommix. Let's close the sync. So here is our spreadsheet. We can click on edit. We will see the configuration that we had in the first place when we created this spreadsheet. And right here where we have to select the fields, we can choose image source in case we wanted to update the image for different products that we are seeing in the spreadsheet. So we can check that everything will look correct after we save it. So here's the preview for that. And we can see that the image is around the center of the spreadsheet. We can click save. Let's confirm. Okay, and now if we go to the spreadsheet, we will see this new product that we created, the Watch Extreme uh, product, and we can find that image source column here, and we can paste the image URL that we want for that product. Click on import as always. And now if we go to the products page and we refresh, we will see that the Watch Extreme has the image that we just added in the spreadsheet. If you like to see the full setup from scratch, check out the video we have for the configuration.